You need to watch this if you're moving to the Aiken, South Carolina area, or even just considering it. I'm so glad you're tuning in. Hey there, I'm Lindsay Vance, realtor with Real Broker, and on today's episode of Living in South Carolina, I'm giving you the scoop of 4 different neighborhood types that you can see in Aiken and what to expect from each of them. Now, you're really going to want to stick around for the whole video because at the end of each section, I'm going to give you a list of neighborhoods, and this is a great opportunity to pause the video, take a quick picture, because some of these neighborhoods might be of interest to you. Now, please keep in mind, this is not a complete list, but it'll at least get you started. So let's jump into it. South Carolina is the golf capital of the world, but let's narrow that down to small town Aiken. Did you know that we're only 18 miles from Augusta National Golf Course? This is where the famous Masters Golf Tournament takes place. It's such a popular activity and attraction here and brings the game of golf to Aiken. Then of course, our weather plays a big factor in being able to enjoy the game of golf pretty much all year round. There are quite a few neighborhoods in Aiken with golf activities, depending if you're looking for something with all the full club amenities or something a little more laid back where you have the option to join the club if and when you want. Here are a few examples of those neighborhoods that have golf amenities. This is what really makes Aiken unique. We're well known for neighborhoods with accommodations and amenities for horses and their riders, of course. And when it comes to having your horse on your property, there's so many different ways to design your living space. Here in Aiken, you might hear the word hunt box, and this means that the house is actually attached to the barn. Sometimes it's on the same level, and sometimes the residence is above the barn. How cool is that? Most of these equestrian neighborhoods have lot sizes of about 4 acres or more. There are even people that live in these neighborhoods and love it and don't even have horses. The big plus to living in these areas is most of them have trails. Imagine walking right out your front door and having access to miles of nature trails. Also, another plus is having beautiful green pastures for your view. There are more than 25 horse-friendly neighborhoods throughout Aiken. Some of them may be in Aiken, some may be on the outskirts, and even right in the heart of downtown. So here's an example of some of those neighborhoods. So what if you don't golf or have horses? Let's talk about traditional residential neighborhoods. And there's actually 2 takes on this. You have an older, established neighborhood that everyone loves to live in, or a brand new construction home. Luckily, Aiken has both of those, so take your pick. These neighborhoods typically have sidewalks, common areas, and maybe even a pool included in your neighborhood amenities. The lot sizes can really vary in these types of neighborhoods. Typically, the new construction we're seeing on lot sizes less than about 1/3 of an acre. But there are new neighborhoods popping up that have 1 acre or more lot sizes. So that being said, it's really hard to find that in between. You'll need to decide what's more important, having a little bit more space and privacy or having a little less maintenance. Traditional neighborhoods are always a great option because they appeal to the most number of buyers. Now, after all, real estate is an investment. We don't know what happens tomorrow, no matter your age or your health. So not only do you need to find a great home, but you need to find a great investment. So here are a few examples of traditional residential neighborhoods in Aiken. What if you want to take a short walk, bike ride, or even a golf cart ride to our local shops, restaurants, or Hitchcock Woods? You might be looking in the downtown or midtown area. Both of these areas, you're going to find everything from condo living to smaller cottages, historic estates, and maybe even a horse farm in there somewhere. Keep in mind, this is in city limits, so you're going to have some restrictions. There are also a lot of historic properties in these areas, so those will have restrictions as well. To give you an idea of the convenience of these two areas, downtown has most of our locally owned small businesses and that small town vibe. Then as you transition over towards Midtown, you're going to run into more of the big box stores, grocery, and other amenities just like that. Here's an example of some neighborhoods in the downtown and Midtown areas. My favorite thing about having all these types of neighborhoods in the Aiken area is you can actually have a combination of any of these. For example, you could be living downtown on a golf course, or you could be living in the historic district on a horse farm. How cool is that? If you're seriously considering a move to the area, you need a local expert on your side. If you don't have one already, I would love to be that person for you. My team stays up to date with all things Aiken just for you. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Lindsay Vance and look forward to seeing you next time on Living in South Carolina.